Welcome back to The Race. This week we are looking at poverty in America. The federal government is proposing changes to the SNAP program. It's also known as food stamps. It helped an estimated 40 million Americans in 2018, including families and households with seniors and people with disabilities. The Trump administration proposed changes to stop automatically enrolling qualifying families and reduce income deductions like utility bills. A change to some work requirements is final. It goes into effect in April. The Trump administration says the move could save $5.5 billion over 5 years. Researchers estimate the changes would disqualify or reduce benefits for millions and make almost 1 million students ineligible for reduced or free lunch. Other experts say the changes could push 1 million more Americans into food insecurity. Poverty impacts more than 13% of Americans, and as Alicia Nieves found out, it can be a hidden struggle.
At Temple University in Philadelphia, as students navigate between classes, some stop at a food truck for a quick meal, while others have to pause and question.
Where at Temple University can I possibly eat at that won't cost me too much, because food here is just expensive?
Can they afford to eat today? The answer for Agnes Williams is no. But at Temple, she can turn to the university's food pantry, where she can grab a limited amount of donated goods to get her through the next couple of days.
There are some times where I won't eat, and some times where I just don't feel like I would need to spend this much money just to eat something.
About 200 Temple University students come to the food pantry every week because they are making the same choice whether to spend money on food or save it for bigger expenses like tuition, rent, or books.
Thought maybe I go to college, they'll have plenty of food there, like food trucks all over the place, but then you don't realize how much those cost and how quickly that can build up.
Even a student like Matthew Doherty, who gets help from his parents and has a meal plan, can only afford 10 meals a week. So without the food pantry, he rations himself to 1 to 2 meals a day.
A lot more universities should start reaching out and finding a way to get something like this, because it's a great resource, especially for kids who are not quite as fortunate, and who are just scraping the bottom of the barrel to even get to college.
More than 600 universities and colleges around the country now have food pantries for students, since it's estimated that 1 in 2 community college students, 1 in 3 who go to a 4-year institution are struggling with food insecurity.
Food pantries, they're really nice. They're nice people, right? It's a nice idea. It does not end food insecurity, not even close.
Sarah Goldrick-Rabb is the founding director of Temple University's Hope Center, an action research center that in part studies the long-term effects of food insecurity amongst college students.
It's entirely possible that because a student was food insecure in college, they developed other conditions or became less healthy that will make them not as healthy at work afterwards, not as able to pay their bills. I see tackling this issue as an educational issue, of course, as an economic issue, and also as a community and public health issue.
Legislators are trying to address this issue. Currently, there are about a half dozen bills sitting in Congress, some with bipartisan support. They range from making it easier for students to get SNAP benefits to expanding the National School Lunch Program to include higher education.
We have people who, if we invest in them, will get college degrees and become economically self-sufficient for the rest of their lives, especially if they're not burdened with student debt. Or we can have people be impoverished during college, drop out because they didn't get enough food, and go on to lean on us taxpayers for the rest of their lives because their jobs never pay enough.
For The Race, I'm Alicia Nieves.
How art is lifting people out of poverty, next.